Just wanted to briefly point out a trade today that I thought made sense. I actually missed the trade because I got in a little late and was slow in the head to figure it out, but I recognized it about halfway through. But I wanted to point it out because it's similar to a lot of trades I've done in the past with using stupid news. I call it a collateral damage trade. Basically, something comes out that seems a little stupid, and playing the actual instrument doesn't make a lot of sense, but there's usually something in sympathy that's related to it in the same sector that makes a lot of sense. So the example this morning is Tesla gapped up on news of, I believe, potentially offering a dividend and doing another stock split, which is kind of stupid. It doesn't really mean much for the prospects of the company, but people get excited and they buy up the stock. I found that shorting Tesla on that doesn't really work so well. It just doesn't. It tends to stay up there longer than you think, and eventually it'll probably come back on that. But what does work well is finding stuff that is similar. So in this case, Rivian, RIVN, was in a pretty big downtrend and popped up nicely on that news and then just sold off $2 or $3. And that's a trade that it makes a lot of sense to me. You see a little failed high on the open, and then you can get in pretty soon on the open and not risk a whole lot if you're wrong and it goes back up through the high, and have a nice little downside target because people are buying that based on that Tesla news, which is kind of 2 degrees of stupid. So a lot of times the second order thinking of just going to the next stock away from the one that everyone else is watching is the clean trade that makes a lot of sense. So reverse idea of this would be, I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago, maybe more. There was some really bad news on a certain Chinese company, and it was a very specific thing. It was JD, I think, or something. And then a lot of the other companies were in an uptrend at the time. I know China stocks are getting killed now, but at the time they were doing well. It was before the crash. Maybe it was last year. And PDD and some other ones, Alibaba, or I can't remember which one it was, but were doing well at the time. And they had a big move down also on the JD news, and instantly they just bought those right on the open and rallied them pretty much most of the day. So it's thinking about, this news came out, it seems kind of dumb. Where else could I play it? Because everyone's looking at the thing that it came out at, and it gets crowded, and the trade doesn't really work so well. So that was a little idea from today. But the point of this is just continually thinking that way can be useful. Thinking about where are people not looking, and where is there a move that doesn't make sense. So when a stock's been going down and it goes up on something stupid, I love it to continue the trend it's already had. And when it eventually wants to go up, it will do it on its own. It won't do it on news like this. So it's usually not a good indicator of a trend change when we pop on something like Tesla having a dividend in Rivian. So that's kind of the overall theory of it. And there's tons of examples of this on every time frame, both long and short, but this is just one of them today.